Oh my childhood.
Look at that crazy robot. Look at those crazy pixels going all over the place.
This is pretty cool, actually. This is pretty
accurate
to like
the intro.
I don't remember the intro.
I do. And then Chucky, and he crashes into that. Oh, it's freaking. It's like you're an outsider looking in, dude.
They very much. You know what this reminds me of is Little Big Planet when Marcus was trying to recreate the Avatar episodes.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That got big. That got pretty popular.
Marcus's?
Yeah, the episode that he recreated. Generic baby sound effects. Do you hear that?
Load game?
Yeah, you can save. The game is actually pretty long.
You have a save game on this?
No, I don't. It's just there, that option. Let's see what the story's all about, eh?
Dude, what the heck?
I love the Rugrats, dude.
Oh, my feels. Whoever made this clearly has no idea about the physical limitations about living underwater. Starts fire. What's that?
Where's my Reptar
Starfire?
puzzle?
Starts fire.
I don't know what that's from.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, the chocolate.
But where's all the pieces? Inside.
Where's all the pieces?
What's wrong?
They just started bawling,
Either a lot
dude.
of the puzzle pieces are missing.
Look at that
or it's
tan
the
Stu's
easiest
got,
puzzle
dude.
ever.
Freaking been hitting the beach, dude.
Stu is like your typical, just like, I'm working so hard for this family. Oh, look at him, his
Kids,
fucking
Have a
stubbles.
ball.
I know he's got the stubble, dude. He's like
nobody appreciates
he's got capris on, dude.
We'll find out, you Reptar, even if we got to search the world.
So yeah, the name of the game here is just do a bunch of like quests to earn puzzle pieces to get the puzzle back. And you legit roam, free roam
Really?
their house.
The first sandbox game ever.
And then like you interact with like one of these.
My Reptar puzzle.
Look at that, you doink into something? What? Freaking boink my forehead.
Dude, this physics engine, dude. Look at it. So realistic.
I'm playing the piano, dude. I'm just a little kid. Just a little kid is all. Let's see, we've got one puzzle piece. Where do you think this goes?
In the upper left.
What? Are you
Or
serious?
in the middle, actually.
I think it goes like right here.
I think so,
It
too.
didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Oh my god.
Terrific. I think you interact with like specific. Aha. See, this is an egg hunt. I hate this quest. So let's never do that one.
Wait, I'll do it.
Well, hold on. It's really dumb. I want to go to one of the fun ones.
So there's just different quests.
Yeah, like every little like toy has a thing you can do with it, interactable, and then it starts a quest line.
Oh, okay.
The frick! I want something.
We're not recording
Oh.
two different episodes in one night.
No, we're definitely not.
1:30 in the morning.
Incident on aisle 7. Let's do this one. It's hard to go on this adventure. You're only what? So I have to do the crap. Popcorn.
Dude, if I'm really glad I don't get nauseous because this game would make me so nauseous.
It would. This is Grandpa's teeth. Where's his mouth?
In his hands.
Freaking.
Grandpa's teeth. All right.
I love the
What
grandpa.
are we playing this on right now?
A PS1. It's a PS3,
Oh, okay.
but it's a PS1 game. If you guys are like, dude, the PS4 sucks compared to PC, it's not a PS4 game.
It's almost time for my potato salad.
Pop, don't.
Look at that frame rate, dude.
Dude, there really is. So, does the story matter? Can I talk over this?
You go ahead.
Like old cartoons really are very magical. Like there's not really a cartoon that's as awesome as these old cartoons were. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You know what? It's funny too because remember back when we were watching Cartoon Network and stuff, there was the Boomerang channel, and that was even older cartoons.
And
like
now Boomerang is this stuff.
I understand that, but even the shows before this era, the Boomerang channel back then, I still didn't think they were as magical as this. I feel like this was the sweet spot.
This is the era. Yeah.
You know? Because, like, they had, what was it? The Flintstones and the Jetsons. Don't hold a candle to Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Ed, Edd and Eddy, SpongeBob.
Yeah, and the thing today is that cartoons go one of two routes. It's either risky for a kid show, or it's just stupid. This was like not risky and it wasn't stupid. It just was fun
There was
to
like
watch.
a point to every episode. There was a goal, and the shows actually had an ending. I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of shows today they just cut to black.
Yeah.
It'll be like, oh well, I guess we don't need the cookies anymore. Cut to black. It's like, what the frick, dude? Write an ending in your show.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the frick. Oh, I gotta look for the dog because he stole Grandpa's teeth. So
I'm really very interested in watching Final Space. That's one of the shows that I really want to like check out.
what is it?
It's that Olin Rogers show.
Oh right, yeah, you told me about that. Isn't it the guy that did Rick and Morty?
No, Olin Rogers is.
Oh, the YouTube dude from
Yeah.
Balloon Shop.
Yep.
Watch out for that goose. He's hurting me.
Oh, so is that Bottle Your Health?
I guess it is, but the goose is killing me. Wait for the towel. I wish I could talk like Chucky. You know that it's one person doing all these voices?
Are you sure?
Yeah, that does Chucky, Phil, Lil, Tommy. It's all one woman.
Really?
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Don't leave me.
Do you know that the voice actor for Trunks is a girl?
What?
Yep. For Kid Trunks.
I doinked into Chucky, dude. Chucky's a freaking brick house, man. The muscles like a champion.
The muscles like a champion.
Where am I, dude? This maze is
Chucky
legit
has no
hard.
soul.
Whoa,
Oh, yeah, the cookie.
we're getting somewhere with the cookies. Dude, I played the crap out of this game. Oh, that's that freaking goose!
Pick up the rock.
I can't even
There's a
do
Korok
that.
under it.
Oh god. Oh god.
He's gonna kill you, dude.
I'm not dying to this mother effing goose.
Bottle.
Oh, we lost? This is the best episode you guys have ever seen on YouTube right now, dude. Wait for me,
We
Tommy.
should think of a topic.
Oh,
There he is.
yeah. Dude,
Ah, Sparky, that tickles. I got him, Tommy.
oh my god, this freaking good.
Run, Chucky, run.
What is up with the dog's ears right now, dude? What the frick?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. How did that happen? That duck just freaking used his neck to hoist a baby onto its back.
Run, Spike, let's go.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my god, dude. The invention of
This
horseback
alien
riding?
dog, dude. Get your face back here. Look at Chucky
my
over here,
God,
dude.
dude.
Frick, dive off of it, Chucky.
Dude, you're totally on it. What the frick? Do you just have to follow it?
I think I just have to, follow this loser. This goose would be naked right now, dude.
That goose sure can waddle.
Really?
That goose sure can waddle.
Chucky kind of annoyed me during the show. I will admit.
Yeah, he's a little bitch. That's a Reptar thing.
It's not part of the puzzle. It's like a health. It's like a 1-up, I think, is what those
Oh,
are.
okay.
Give me that goose egg.
It waited for you.
It's like the Sonic Adventures 2 Big Rig.
Oh yeah, the big rig just stops. Dude, we should play Sonic Adventures 2 sometime. I think I've...
Just that first level? What the frick is
No,
this?
just like as far as you can, really.
I'm getting hurt from this. Dude, we could, but that game is long.
Yeah. I'd
This
actually
is
be
Knuckles.
I'd be more interested in playing Sonic Adventures 1, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this part. I gotta freaking throw hockey pucks at this guy.
Maybe I can stop that goose with these things.
And the voice acting's really good.
Oh, get sniped!
Dude, I said this to you before, but Cosmo and Wanda and the baby and Juanissimo, remember?
Dude, I haven't missed once. I'm a freaking beast, dude! Oh my god, I can't believe that. 5 out of 5.
What was your favorite show as a kid?
You know what? That is such a hard question.
There's so many good ones.
I was a big fan of Rugrats, Hey Arnold, and SpongeBob. Fairly Odd Parents was a big one.
That was one of my favorites. I like Danny Phantom a lot. I know you didn't, but
I
did.
didn't care for Danny Phantom. I think Danny Phantom showed up a little too late for my taste.
Yeah, I was younger, but I liked the concept of Danny Phantom. I just like the idea that he like got powers. He was regular, but then he could just like he could change form and do like a ghost.
I really hated the theme song because at the very end of the theme song, it was like Danny Phantom. I was like, this is the dumbest song.
Yeah,
dude, I'm gonna give freaking Tommy brain damage by doinking in the walls and stuff.
Do you only play as Tommy?
Oh wait, there's mini golf, Ice Cream Mountain. We got to do this.
I had the one where they're like at the theme park.
That was the sequel to this.
Golfed in
Oh,
ages. I'm taking the kids for ice cream, Deed. This is gonna be great.
That's a freaking perv talk right there, dude.
Taking the kids for ice cream is gonna be great.
Gonna be great.
Dude, did I tell you about the girl at the school who made a claim against me?
What?
Dude, yeah, it was a big deal. So
wait, what school?
It was.
You don't need to say the name of it. Just like
It was an elementary school. It was an elementary school. that
Okay.
I was working with in the PE program.
wow.
Luckily, like the fake kids instructor was there, but basically, like I help people through the roles with a hands-on technique.
Yeah.
Where, like I teach them how to do the roll by like tucking their shoulder, and then I basically put my hand open palm on their hip, and I push their hip up.
Okay.
Right? And there was this girl who went to the principal and told the principal that I touched her inappropriately.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like this big deal, and I had to go to the district, and I had to fill out paperwork, and yeah, it was quite a big deal.
And so what happened?
Nothing. I mean, we did an investigation on it, and basically, it was.
This. It was what?
Yeah, we did. They did an investigation, and after everything, the teacher vouched for me, and like they asked where I touched them, and they were like, "Well, shoulder and the hip."
Yeah.
And so basically, they were like, "So he was spotting you," and they had to call the parents down. We had to get the district involved. It was a big deal for nothing really, but we had to go through all the precautions. It was so annoying.
So what did you get like? Like
Nothing happened.
nothing?
No, nothing happened. It was just a long process of.
They didn't like reimburse you for your time or something?
No, I'm doing this for free. I'm working with these schools for free,
Oh.
in hopes that people come to my gym, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then what the frick's up with that girl? Well, how old was this girl?
She was a 4th grader, dude. I don't know. Like,
Wow.
She just didn't understand the seriousness of a claim like that. Like, how career-ending it could be to say, "Oh, this older man touched me inappropriately." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's. I think that. Have you heard of this whole Me Too thing?
Yeah.
I feel like
Of course, there's people that are just taking it to an extreme, and like, they're like, "Oh, you touched my shoulder. You touched my hip. Oh no."
yeah.
Like, it's just like, I don't. That's not the intention at all. Like, I've seen it so many times where, like, have you ever held the door open for a woman and got yelled at?
No.
I have, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Wait, you think you're like you think I can't hold the door open myself? No, I
Really?
yeah, like things like that. Like, oh, you think I can't do this because I'm a girl? I'm not strong enough.
that's pretty crazy. Dude, did I just freaking hole in one this shot? Hole in one! I don't even know how I would react in that scenario.
Yeah.
You know, just like that scenario where that guy said his name was Hugh Mungus.
Yeah, it's the same.
And the
thing.
woman flipped. I think I would start crying, dude.
I wouldn't cry, dude.
I'd be so confused. I'd be like, "What do you want from me?"
You can't. The hardest part is that you want to like talk logically to these people, but you can't because they've already made up their mind.
That's like baffling, dude. Look at this way, freaking Butch Phil over here.
Butch. Butch.
I like this song.
I don't know what it is, but like something about just like the kind of world these people live in, like with all the planets and stuff around. Just something nice. Remember the Rugrats movie, dude?
Oh God, please.
Where they're in the jungle and Tommy has a brother. He's like, "I hate you."
That was the very first Rugrats movie. Yeah, when Dill Pickle was introduced.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, you get 2 swings left, dude.
Come on, baby. Not Max. Not Max. We're good. We're good. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Whole Cerberus.
Nice. Nice.
I gotta eat these cookies. Angelica gonna eat these cookies. Yum, 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 yum. Get the cookie. Yum, yum. It's the same voice actor for Phil, or for Lil. It's Phil, same voice actor. Catch this cookie. Eat this. Chucky doesn't get no cookie. I ate all the cookie.
Hey, you ate them all! It's for your own good, Angelica.
Yeah, we ate all the cookies. You hear Tommy? It's for your own
Yeah.
good, Angelica.
Yeah, I heard that.
Circus Angelicus.
They did a really good job on this game.
I honestly loved this game as a kid. I was like 8, 10 playing this game. Marcus would be sitting right behind me watching.
Yeah.
Playing me the game, dude. And we'd be sitting here like, oh my god, it's Chucky!
Chucky doesn't want us to have one. But circuses is fun, Chucky. Don't you want us to have any fun, Chucky? Angelica, I changed my mind. I wanna be in the
Little
circus.
bitch.
God, what a freaking libtard.
Oh, libtard.
Libtard and Snowflake.
He's a
And he doesn't even, I bet he doesn't even know how to fire an AR-15, dude.
How
What a libtard.
How dumb does he have to be to have feelings? Come on.
I mean,
I bet he's a transgender, dude.
I bet that he just doesn't even know how to quickly reload in quick knife in
I
real
think
life,
so.
dude. He doesn't know how to quick knife, dude. What a pansy.
Look at that jump animation, dude.
These ears don't make sense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, there was an episode on Rugrats where you see through the eyes of the dog.
I remember that episode.
And it's black and white. And I remember thinking to myself, like, why is it in black and white?
Dogs don't actually
Oh,
see
shoot.
in black and white. They see in blue and yellow.
You know, for the longest time, I thought that, this is gonna sound so conceited, but when I think about, like, life, I think, like, why am I think of it like a main character in a first-person video game. You're looking through that one main character's eyes, right?
Yeah.
And that's all you know for that game, is just through his eyes.
Yeah.
I feel like because I'm only looking through my eyes that I'm somehow the main character of a game.
Of course, I've had that same thought too.
You know?
I don't think that's conceited. I think that we are like inherently selfish, and that's kind of like how we perceive things.
So like when I think when I'm like, when I die, because my perception of death is that there isn't a heaven or a hell or anything. I think that when I die, it's just gonna be when I close my eyes. That's all I'm gonna. It's just black. So because I'm the main character of the game, what does that mean for everybody else? Like I confuse myself with that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not about anyone.
I don't know.
Life will keep going.
Yeah,
but
that's
you
true.
just won't be around to experience. I was listening to Alan Watt, and he was talking about death a lot, and he was like, "We don't really know what happens. Like, it wouldn't be that far fetched to say that there's another plane of existence beyond the physical, because like the universe is pretty intelligently designed. You know what I mean? Whether it just happened to be or if something made it." And that's not to talk about like Christianity or any religion that's made on Earth as like the religion. We have no idea what could be out there. But he was like, he was like, what about reincarnation? He's like, so if you die and you reincarnate, but you lose all of your memories, so you have no idea of if you've been born before. So let's say that you're reincarnated, like this isn't your first life. Do you remember anything before that? You don't have remember.
No, yeah, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. So he was like, so if you die and you're not reincarnated, but new life is born, isn't that the same thing?
It's a trip, dog.
I was like, damn, that's a good point. Dude, dude, when you're in the car, do you talk to yourself?
Yeah.
I talk to myself all the time. Sometimes I just say like things and I'm like, oh my god, I'm crazy. Do you ever do that?
I think that I'm pretty crazy. Like, I think if someone ever caught me when I know I'm completely alone,
yeah.
I think that they'd be like,
What the fuck?
what's wrong with you, dude?
Dude, yeah, same.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what I said in the car, but like I said something and I was like, what the fuck? And then I just looked in my back seat to see if
To
anyone
check and
was
see if someone was there.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Every time I go to the bathroom, I open up the shower curtain because I'm like, I hope no one's here to listen
Yeah.
to like just me. And if I accidentally say something really crazy
Wait, do you talk when you go in the shower?
in the shower, just sitting on the toilet, dude, freaking anywhere.
Dude, I breathe heavy when I take showers because I scrub really hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't scrub that hard to where it's like crazy, but and you know the only thing that subsides my want to talk to myself is me blaring loud music on my speakers. That's the only way to get myself to shut up. It's seemingly So I'll just be like...
I always turn it down talking about conversations with myself, honestly.
Well, I've been doing it for so long that it's kind of like, I don't want to do it, but it happens anyway, kind of.
I get in like really aggressive conversations with myself sometimes. Do you?
I'll do it, not necessarily like an aggressive conversation where I argue with myself or something, but if I need to remind myself of something, I'll be like, yo, Chris, make sure you tell yourself about blah, blah, blah to do later at 6 p.m. today, dude. I'll say stuff like that, you know? And so...
I pretend like I'm having okay, so like basically when I go to my dad's, I can always expect an argument, like always.
Yeah.
So I always prepare what I'm going to say and pretend like I'm having the conversation with my dad or Beth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do that. That's what I do. But like, I think you and me are different in that way, where you're very passive and I'm very like, no, stop being stupid. Let's talk.
Oh, no, I've done that too, where I've thought of something that I just did, where I handled a customer some sort of specific way or whatever, and I'm like, my God, I can't believe you just did that. Like,
yeah, like, and then think about like how you wanted to handle it.
Yeah, like I think in hindsight so much, like I hate that about myself because everyone always sounds like such a jerk in hindsight.
What do you mean?
Like whenever something bad happens, like let's say you forgot to leave the Parmesan cheese on the table for some customer at some point. And then in hindsight you go, "Man, I should have left that Parmesan cheese. Like how could you forget to leave the Parmesan cheese out there on the table for the customer?" And you sound like such a critical dickhead. I hate it especially at work when, like, let's say I get in trouble by my supervisor or something. They'll tell me, like, you should have double checked for that leak on that meter a little bit harder. And it's like, well, it's easy for you to say that right now because it already happened. But when I was there in person checking for a leak, it looked like this was how the leak was, or like this is where the leak was coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my manager does that kind of stuff too.
And it just annoys the crap out of me. I'm like, dude, hindsight is the most asshole-ish thing. This song would drive someone mad.
I know, seriously.
It's just the same riff. This game is probably making all the viewers throw up right now, dude.
What?
This angle turning, seriously. It's so sharp.
What room is this?
The basement. It's upside down right now because of it's like a mirror world. They gave Tommy some acid or something. Thank God.
Dude, acid's a drug I don't ever want to do or really care to do.
There was a guy, I was a freshman in high school and I was in computer science class. And this guy that was sitting next to me was a senior. Long blonde hair with the beanie and all that stuff. Like, looked like a typical stoner. He was like, dude, I love taking hits of acid. I didn't even know what that meant.
You don't take hits of acid.
That's what he said.
You take their pills.
He said hit.
You can't smoke acid.
Okay.
Interesting.
I specifically remember the word hit from his mouth. But and I knew what acid was kinda, but I didn't know like how hardcore it could get. Would you ever be the ghost hunter, the Ghost Adventures crew guys, where you go into like a haunted house late at night? You would do that? I can't do that.
If I had a crew, I would mess with Ouija boards and stuff like that.
You would?
I would not.
Oh, yeah.
So you do kind of believe in that stuff, huh?
Ghosts? Oh, yeah, I believe in ghosts.
Well, if you believe in ghosts, then you don't think there's anything there. You don't think there's anything after this reality?
That's the tough thing is like, because I do believe in ghosts, but I have such a hard time with heaven, hell, God, devil.
That's just like such a limited perspective on what could be after this reality.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a book written by humans. And obviously, like, I don't want to, like, diss on a religion, but God isn't just like this needy butthole who's like, love me or I'm going to torture you forever.
Yeah.
Who's, okay, putting in perspective, the image of, like, God that the Bible has created is a man who is at a constant war with his ex-best friend. They can't just agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And he's thrown us in the middle of it. He's like put some serious design flaws in us. Like, for instance, oh man, just like one of the things that I think is so funny is that the prostate, which only men have during erotic experiences, is like an instant orgasm button. If he didn't want guys to be gay, why is he putting an instant orgasm button in the ass?
I guess that's a good point.
Design flaw. But anyways, it's just like, I don't know. But anyways,
That's funny. Did you know Stephen Hawking passed away?
Yeah, I did know.
I can't believe that's a thing, but he lived to be 76, I think it was.
It's pretty old.
And that's crazy because he had ALS, wasn't it?
I don't know if he had. I don't know what he had, honestly.
It was Lou Gehrig's disease. I don't know what that's abbreviated to.
That's not ALS.
Okay. But yeah, he was only people that are diagnosed with people that are diagnosed with that only live for like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
after.
how interesting.
He survived until he was diagnosed at like 20 something too. Wasn't it that back in the medieval times, like religion was created to inspire fear in the masses and have them like give money to the churches, but like it was like for greed. It was like, pay me to feel safe in this life. You know what I mean? Like, pay this money. It was like fear mongering.
It could be. I know that I don't know anything about that, but I do know that in the Middle Ages we had the Crusades. We had people being killed for theorizing that the Earth actually revolves around the sun and the sun didn't revolve around the Earth. People being killed for like theorizing that the Earth wasn't the center of the universe. Just like things like that. People were just being killed.
You know what? I hate the Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
That time in just life.
It's so stupid.
It blows me away.
You know why it started, dude? You know what a big... Well, not why it started, but you know what a big thing happened? Like, you know what event happened in the Salem witch trials that, like, a family was killed for?
What?
They were baking for, like, their neighbors and stuff, and they baked with mushrooms or something.
Uh-huh.
But the mushrooms they found were hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Okay.
And so, yeah, they ended up...
getting all the trips.
Yeah, and they killed that family for that. But the other thing was like, I don't know, it was just 1,000 years of no progression in the Middle Ages, and then after that you have like the Spanish Inquisition where people went around burning ancient libraries with historical texts because they didn't align with the Bible. Like reality wasn't aligning with the Bible, and so kings would send people out to go burn those libraries because they didn't think about that, dude. Like,
yeah, no, that's nuts.
Like it just blows my mind. But anyways, like thoughts of life after death. I don't think heaven and hell works in the way that it does in the Bible. I don't think there's some guy out there who's like, "Oh, love me or else."
Yeah.
Follow my rules. And if you think about it, like we perceive life very specifically as humans. If we were something else, we might perceive life very differently.
Mm-hmm.
So this moral code that we've been given, it might not apply to some different entities out there.
It's funny too because my dad was raised in a religious family.
Yeah.
And he said something to me that like I kind of was surprised by the fact that he even said it. And he was like, we were just in the car one day and he was like, "You know what? What if we're wrong about like the way that we behave and stuff? Like what if we're actually supporting the wrong side?" You know,
I think about that too.
You know, what if we're on the wrong side of history and that like we're actually supporting the devil or something, or that God behaves the opposite way that we have learned to behave, you know? And I was like, that's a good point. And it kind of opened my mind to like, you know what, to ask questions, to be more skeptical, because there's nothing wrong with that. The fact that someone blindly sits down and accepts something as cardinal truth,
yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree. And then, but the idea of like the Bible is don't question, just have faith. And
no,
if you
exactly.
If you question, then you're a sinner.
Yeah, and like, that's not good. And it blows me away that people can't see that. You know, someone challenging their reality, you can't just.
Well, I think a big thing is that it makes people feel safe. Religion.
No, yeah, it's a comfort tool. That's why there's so many senior citizens that go, because death is very close.
Around the corner, yeah. And the other thing is like, so religion makes people feel safe, but when you question it in front of them, then you're not only just questioning religion, but you're challenging their identity. And that is, I mean, I could, so like when we're playing Smash and you start talking about Smash, dude, challenges my identity and I get defensive.
No, of course, and that's why there's such a rabid defense towards it, because
you're not just questioning religion, you're questioning their identity.
Yeah, they fully believe it.
Yeah.
It's this big mystery. It's always this huge mystery that we can't ever hope to find a solid answer to. It kind of reminds me of this game that I want to do a playthrough of on the channel. I don't necessarily need to do it with you, but it's a game called Echo.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
No.
You play as this woman who wakes up with amnesia in this spaceship. And it's a little bit of a futuristic game, but she's hovering in this spaceship over this planet. It's completely white. The entire planet is just white, neon white. And when you fly in closer, you realize that it's like blocks. They're all these huge buildings. They're blocks, and they're all about the same height. And then you land on top of one of them, and you crawl down the building block thing, and then you get inside. And when you go inside, it is this pristine, untouched, crisp, Victorian castle-esque thing. And the whole planet is one building. And it's this whole Victorian palace thing. And it's no one's there.
Yeah.
No one is inside this building, but it looks perfectly clean. And when I first played this game, I haven't beaten it yet. When I first played this game, I was like, what? Like the mystery, that childlike wonder of being like, what's around it? What's in this cave in this game?
Yeah.
What's underneath this lake? I haven't felt that in years. And then I played Echo and I was like, why is this place here? What is this? Why? Where is everybody? Like, dude, and I'm going to do a playthrough of it on the channel, but holy crap. I haven't beaten the game yet because I want to save my reaction to whatever this ending could possibly be.
Yeah.
Be for this channel. I was like, so I want to do that.
That's awesome. But I want to go back to like one of your other points is that like it's a mystery we can't ever like hope to figure out, and I don't really think that it's meant to be figured out. I was thinking about this too. Is like part of the idea of like living the human experience is living it to the fullest, and if we know that this isn't the end, we wouldn't live this reality to the fullest. Like if you knew right now, if you knew that if you died right now, that you would go somewhere else.
It would hold you back.
It would take a little bit of value away from this reality.
That's kind of true.
I don't really think that if we were intended to be here, like I truly believe this is the one thing I do truly believe, whether there's an afterlife or not, that the human experience is meant to be lived in the way that makes you happy. Whether you like to take it up the butt, whether you're a transgender, which I'm still gonna call you by your biological sex. Nah, I won't do that. That's rude. But I'll still think it. Like
you can think whatever you want. Dude.
Caitlyn Jenner's a man.
No.
But like, whether it be whatever, like we're meant to live the human experience in whatever way makes us happy. Not some arbitrary rule book that we've like got from an unknown time period, conveniently after anyone can remember Jesus' existence. But he's not wearing his glasses. He looks so funny.
Yep, he's missing his glasses, and he's the one that has to find all the babies in hide and go seek.
Yeah.
Dang.
Anyway, that's the point. And then Alan Watt was making a good point too, and he's like, people don't really want to live forever. Like people talk about like going to the afterlife as like being you going to the afterlife. Ooh, this is a fun one.
Okay.
So this is a thought that I had, and then Alan Watt kind of like talked about it, but he talked about it after I had this thought. Or I heard it after I had this thought.
Okay.
If the soul exists, that means that you are a compilation of two things: the physical body that you're in and the soul that you actually are, right?
Okay.
So like the soul and the body would then have a symbiotic relationship together, right?
Yeah.
So when you die, then it's just the soul. Like your soul would leave, but everything that made Frankie would die, because Frankie needs sex and he needs food and he needs, all the things that humans need, right?
Yeah.
But the soul doesn't need that. And I'm also there's also a lot of DNA that's causing me to act a certain way, and like upbringing here, all that would leave. I'd be a completely different entity.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what I'd be. So when you move on, when you die, if you go somewhere, then you wouldn't go somewhere as Frankie. Like I wouldn't be me anymore. I'd be someone completely different. If I reincarnated, I'd be someone completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But Alan Watt was like, this idea is scary for a lot of people because they want to be able to be them. They think about the self as like, oh, I want to carry this self around forever. This is my identity.
Yeah.
But you'll lose your identity if that's the way it is. And he was like, people think they want to die and be themselves, but the thing that makes things magical is them being new again. You know what I mean? Like being a kid again. So if you leave and you forget this, or like you like, let's say you reincarnate as something completely new, but you don't remember your past life.
Yeah.
Then you get the joy of experiencing it all again, with no ties to, you know, all the damage you took in your last life mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
I can make the same mistakes, dude. I can date the same girls that are gonna cheat on me, dude.
You could.
It'll all be new to me, dude. I'll feel the pain all over again.
Is that really such a great thing, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, though, because think about our childhood. Like, that was just so, like, our childhood was so magic. And sure, there's, like, shitty times. But honestly, like, whatever. The shitty times come and they go, and they give you perspective. Just because the feeling is bad doesn't mean it's, like, eternally bad. Like, you can have positive views on it. But at the same time, like, you get to experience love for the first time again. You know
I think out of everything, if I could live life again, the thing I would love to re-experience is my childhood. Seriously.
Exactly, yeah.
Seriously. Everything else can go kiss my ass. I want to be a child again, because that was, you have no worries, you have no money, your daily chore is, dang, I gotta beat the Rugrats game. How am I gonna do this? Like, that's all I had on my mind as a kid. Dang, how am I gonna pull off this front flip on the trampoline when I've never done a front flip on a trampoline before? Like,
did you ever get that?
I've done a front flip on. I've never done a backflip.
Yeah, I remember like me and Marcus doing backflip stuff. I'm surprised that we got as good as we got on the trampoline without any professional help.
Yeah,
I don't know how we pulled that off, but yeah, dude, like that's the thing is, like I was having this conversation at work. It was so funny because like sometimes I feel this way. I was just ringing an order and there was a person waiting for the computer behind me, and I said, I looked at them and I said, I think I've used all my utils. And they're like, what do you mean? And I was like, utils are like a unit of measurement of enjoyment. And I was like, I don't feel anything anymore.
Dude, the sheer joy.
Is this red? What does that mean?
That means it's working.
Okay.
Like, the sheer joy of when you're a kid and you finally beat the game you've been trying to play for months. When you finally beat the game, there's that one great joy. And another great joy is when you're just sitting at home and your parent walks in with a brand new game.
Yeah.
Out of the blue. Completely out of the blue. I was... Oh, man, dude. I remember flipping out, dude. And being in the store at, like, Target and, like, you know, we're going there to go grocery shopping or whatever. Or to buy a couple of electronics for my dad or something. And then my dad hits me with, let's go to the games and you pick out a game. Oh, man, dude, that feeling.
Yeah.
Just, you don't get that as an adult. What gives me that?
I kind of do from time to time. You know, and I've noticed a lot that my feelings are very seasonal. Like in winter, I get really sad and like kind of depressed, honestly. And I don't really react too much to it because I know that it's just winter. Like, it's just because I'm not playing, I'm not outside, it's cold. You know what I mean? Like, but in the summertime, when I go outside and I play and I go to the creek and I meet new like cute girls and stuff like that, like I feel all that stuff again. Like having camping trips where like you set up the hammock and like just having experiences like that. Like I do get those feelings from time to time, but definitely not as often as when you were a kid. Like, and anything can be like exciting when you're a kid. Remember when we were like crawling through that freaking muddy tube, dude?
Yeah, the muddy sewer tube thing.
Yeah, you know what's so funny about that too is like we thought we were in quicksand. I saw a meme the other day and it was like, growing up I thought quicksand was going to be a lot more of an issue.
Yeah.
And it really was.
Yeah, dude, quicksand, man. Like, as a kid, man.
Yeah.
There was just so many like adventures. You experienced so many things. And it's like everything was new. Like all the people I hung out with, man. You're one of the only that I am still in contact with. I'm not in contact with Ramson. I'm not in contact with Martin. Who else?
I also never moved. They all moved.
Oh, that's a good point too.
Yeah. Well, I did move. I moved like 5 miles away though. They moved a little further.
Yeah, and it would have been nice if I had their phone numbers, but I never had a cell phone back then either. Am I trapped in here at the frick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about me though. Like, I've noticed this about me versus other people is that like I cling.
Whoa.
That was scary. I kind of, not I wouldn't say cling, but like when I find friends that like mean something to me, I like never want to let that friend go, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of how I am. I think that's what a big issue in my dating life is too.
I mean, I can understand that. Like, you know, when I do meet a new friend online who, you know, seems like a cool person, I don't want that person to start thinking, you know, like, hey, I don't want to hang out with you or something like that. You know, I always try to be as nice as possible and then share my time evenly with these new friends that I make, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's tough, but
I don't really care about meeting new people, honestly. Like, I feel like I have the people in my life. Like, you, Marcus, Dale, Matthew, of course. Like, really, that's my crew, you know? Like, I haven't seen Dale in a while, but I still call him from time to time. And I haven't seen Chase in a while, either. But
yeah.
Chase kind of moved away.
It always sucks when you do lose a friend, though.
I didn't lose. I mean, Chase just texted me today, but
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
yeah, like I still keep in contact with them. It's not like they're gone. I mean, at any point I could be like, "Hey, let's hang out."
Yeah, that's good. You got to keep in contact.
Yeah.
That's just the thing is like I wish some of the people that I used to know, I wish that I had that. Oh, Jesus Christ, spooky ghosts, man! Look at these spooky ghosts. These ghosts are legit creepy, dude. And this terrifying music. This is a horror game before horror games were cool, man. Now we're in the garage and it's all dark as F. Am I playing Silent Hill or what? How many Reptar cookies do I need before I get a 1-up or whatever? Am I just supposed to kill all these ghosts? Is that what's happening here? Is the TV on? Is that SpongeBob?
It's Reptar.
Oh, Reptar with the red chin.
Chalk door.
Did I win yet?
I remember. Oh, dude, I was thinking about this the other day. Was that remember when I got that hug from that girl that I really liked in 4th grade? Dude, that was a big... Oh, 5th grade. That was a big deal. Like, I remember, like, I've never... Like, even when I've had sex with girls, dude, I've never had that kind of feeling again. Ever.
What girl?
There was this girl named Nikki that I had
Oh,
the
yes,
biggest boner
yeah.
for the longest time.
Did these notices keep coming back?
She gave me a hug once in 5th grade, and it was like a long, like, embracing hug at this party.
Yeah, dog.
And
get in there.
I just like never felt that kind of like I was like something about that hug was just so magical, and I never felt that again. Like I mean, like I've had sex with girls that I've loved, or a girl that I've loved.
Yeah.
And still there was something so much more different about that hug. Like it's so interesting. I don't know how to explain it.
I think I might understand.
This is the first time like I've ever felt a woman's embrace. It was so like magic. I don't know how to explain.
Well, women have the magic touch.
And then they rip your heart out.
You know what's funny though? I literally don't understand. I don't think that women necessarily understand the kind of power they have in terms of how much they could break a man. You know what I mean?
No, I mean like men have the same amount of power to break a woman as a woman has to break a man. It's just like when you're a man, obviously you talk about it from the perspective of being broken by a woman, and when you're a woman, you talk about it from the perspective of being broken by a man.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, like I think that the better way to phrase that is people don't understand the power they have in breaking someone.
Yeah.
And it's not their responsibility either. Like it wasn't Heather's responsibility to like not break me in the way she did.
Freaking goes, man.
And I think that overall I dealt with it pretty well, and it led to some good life changes. But I know what you're saying.
Whoa! Look at this soda 2 times.
they just took the thing and like put it right across. Do you see that?
Yeah.
You're too young for midnight snacks.
I fixed the fuse, Deed.
You light up my life, honey.
Oh.
It's like, alright, I'll get back to work.
Oh, I'm gonna freaking keep working on this family even though you ain't working nothing.
Is this the entire game, dude?
Yeah, just random little things that happen.
You need one more puzzle piece and you beat the game.
Yes. It's a kid's game, dude. We're about to beat this. I want to beat this. I want to see if there's an ending that's worth anything.
Okay.
Those babies wish they could slide as good as
Did you ever ride on one of those things?
me.
The little rocket back and forth metal.
I meant to do that.
Um,
Hey, a nickel. I'm gonna be rich. I bet there's a
yeah.
bazillion
I've been on
nickels
one.
around here. Just
I've been on one when I was older too, and I probably shouldn't have been. Like it bends all the way forward and backward when you're freaking massive.
dude, I have a very specific childhood memory.
Okay.
So it was me and you at Marcus's football game, and we were on the swings listening to Final Fantasy VII music at
Okay.
school. Do you remember this? We
No.
were a little bit older, but still, like the music was good. And we were just swinging.
Okay.
That was it. I just remember like the feelings of like listening to that music and just swinging.
Yeah.
So cool.
Dude, being on the swing too, that's another thing that I can't do right now as an adult.
I get nauseous when I go on swings now.
You do?
Yeah.
I've gotten nauseous though, I will admit. And it's like kind of embarrassing because it's like a swing, you know? It's like, how is this making me nauseous? But the worst feeling ever I remember as a kid was when I was swinging too high. I was always like, oh god, I'm gonna fall off or I'm gonna flip and do a freaking loop-de-loop on this thing.
That's my Easter egg. They're all mine unless you can tile to them first. Huh.
Ha! I literally hated Angelica. When I was a kid watching this show, I was like, why is she so mean? But I mean, like, that's the character. These are literally chicken sound effects every time I pick up this egg. This is the next-gen technology, dude. Aren't you glad you bought your 8-year-old this freaking... I hope my parents didn't pay, like, $30 for this.
They probably did.
I mean, probably.
I mean, you're still getting enjoyment out of it today. So.
That's kind of crazy now that I think about it.
What?
That the game, I still have the actual physical disc. I'm using the physical disc to play this right now. And it still works. After it's been over 10 years.
Dude, we're gonna be like dead and wiped out, and some alien race is gonna be like, what is this? This must be some ancient, like knowledge of some sort. And they're just gonna plug it in as this shit, and they're like, what's happening?
You know what's funny is that, like, you know, because you say that about, like, you know, some future race is going to discover that we use this as entertainment, you know? And they might be light years ahead of what we are today. And I think like, man, what a crappy legacy we're leaving behind. But, and then I think back to the game Echo, and I'm like, dude, I wish that would be our legacy, like something so mysterious.
Oh, it will be though. I mean, like, sure, we have this stuff, but we also have so much other stuff.
Uh-oh.
I remember this specific episode here. Stu makes this little robotic buddy called Mr. Friend. Remember this? You'll see this little robot, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
it's like a
That
little
thing?
clown robot. No, not that thing.
Oh, I remember that thing.
This guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to be your friend. It's like friggin' from the movie It.
Oh boy, a brand new friend to meet. You can call me Mr. Friend. You'll never ever be bored again.
Oh my god, dude, that's
Creepy.
the stuff of nightmares, dude. You gotta kill this thing. Die!
It's time to play. We're going to have a happy day.
Biatch.
Is that it?
No, there's like a bunch that show up and then you gotta wipe them all out.
Never got to be scared of them again.
You know the one thing I would say I hated from my childhood?
Huh?
Growing pains.
Oh yeah.
I hated...
Dude, I remember one day I got the nastiest Charlie horse at your house, and I think I talked about this on one of our episodes, but I'll say it again.
Okay.
So I was sleeping
Yeah.
at I was sleeping like on the top bunk in Marcus's room. Remember that?
Okay.
Yeah, like Marcus's old room before he like lived in the living room, basically. But
Yeah.
not here at the old house.
Yeah.
But not the oldest house, the middle house.
Yeah.
Okay. And one day I woke up with the nastiest Charlie horse, like in the middle of the night, and I was like, oh, I gotta be quiet because Matthew and Marcus were asleep in the house, right? Or in the same room. And so I don't know what I was thinking, but I crawled down from the top bunk in such pain.
I remember.
And then I freaking dragged myself into the bathroom. And I couldn't, like, it's not like being in the bathroom helped me at all. I was still in the same amount of pain. I was just in the bathroom now. But I was in so much pain I didn't know what to do, so I just started crawling around. And then I turned the light on, I just laid there, and I was like, oh my god. It was so painful, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like when I was like asleep at night, not even asleep, like I'd be laying in bed and I'd be looking at just the ceiling, and all of a sudden I would see like red dots, like miniature.
I just want to say, poor Stu. He just worked so hard at making those dolls, and Tommy just fucked them all up.
I know, dude.
He was just like, my creations, my beautiful creations. So
Sorry, Stu.
Anyways, what?
Well, wait. We beat the game?
You did it. You
Yay.
found all the Reptar pieces.
Great. Now the credits. Reptar Zolo? What?
2010, dude.
Oh, 2010? Dude, this is prophetical.
Hey, you found all your puzzle pieces. Good job, kids.
But now it's time to go night-night. You've all had a very busy day today.
Look at Stu's creepy smile, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Reptar.
You know what? Even as a kid, I didn't care about Godzilla this much, dude. Oh, what? I get to stomp through... Oh my god, dude. Tommy Pickles is dreaming of the movie Rampage. Wow. It's Reptar.
I just destroyed your city. Now I'm your mayor.
Yeah. Look at this
Reptar
dance.
walks into a Toys R Us. Goes up to 8-year-old girls. Hey, what's my favorite toy? It's a Doodle Pro? No. Now we fuck.
Yeah. Gets all those girls' numbers. Dude, H3 is freaking hilarious, man. Is this all that's happening? I beat the game for this?
You've never beaten this game before, dude?
I have, but it's been literally over 10 years. Can I skip this? I can. Wow. Oh, I skipped the credits. Dang it, I worked for nothing. It's over. My prize. I could have seen all of their names, dude. I skipped it.
I'm sure you can YouTube it.
No.
Oh man, it's time for bed.
You crazy, man? We gotta beat this game all over again. Good game.
Good
GG. Buy that merch.